Two stealth-modified enter Moscow's main air corridor at dawn. Not with missiles first, but with silence. Ukraine's Operation Basilfall didn't beat Russia's billion-dollar ring by smashing it. It blinded it. Stay with me, we'll break down how an 87% reduction in radar detection, FPV swarms, and precision timing turned fixed defenses into dead weight, and why the first 4 minutes mattered more than 400 missiles ever could. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. Costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. If you had 2 jets and a pocket of drones, how would you turn a capital's air shield into a dark room? Russia's capital lives under layers of sensors. Missile batteries matter, but they only act when they see. The soft point is awareness under stress. Flood the picture, stretch the processors, and humans start to miss. You don't need to kill the radar to beat it. You need to make it look the wrong way for long enough to pass. Traditional salvos burn money and wake every interceptor in range. Ukraine shifts the aim from armor to eyesight. Blind the watch, don't wrestle the guard. That's cheaper, faster, harder to counter. The ring runs like a spine. Long-range search radars feed mid-range track sites. Electronic warfare hubs sit in the loop and push jamming and counterjam. Command tiers filter and fuse, then push orders outward. The named EW Center, the Reserve Bunker, and the National Data Pipeline bind the net into one mind. Break the mind. The limbs twitch but don't coordinate.
In the last hour or so, we have had more air activity. We could see anti-aircraft fire in the distance. We could hear some distant explosions.
It's a nightly battle for this Territorial Defence Brigade.
We don't know if we're in for another night like we had last night. Last night was one of the worst in the capital in recent months, certainly in terms of the sheer numbers of drones.
Most drones targeting Kyiv fly through here.
The opening faint loads that mined past Redline. Hundreds of slow Shahid-class drones and cruise missiles force eyes up and outward. Meanwhile, low FPV swarms dive under the main lobes, buzzing camera masts and short-range units, flooding scopes with noise and false angles. Operators bounce screens. Track files breed. Judgment slips. In modern integrated air defense, people and software lag can kill as surely as a bomb. Sensor fusion stacks data, but every stack has delay. When timing is tight, blinding beats breaking because the window you buy is immediate and silent. Think of the system as a power grid. Trip 3 breakers and whole blocks go dim. The poles and wires still stand, but the lights are out. Now the stealth-modified MiG-29s enter high, then drop into pre-mapped blind cones. Polymer's dull radar returns, heat discipline cools the plume, and digital camo breaks the shape. That buys minutes, not hours, but minutes count. The radar net remains intact yet absent.
Biggest Russian drone and missile attack of the war. Ukraine says Moscow fired 550 drones and 11 missiles overnight.
To Russia launching a massive aerial assault against Ukraine, the biggest since the invasion more than 3 years ago.
Rescue workers say one person died and 26 were injured.
For minutes of confusion opens a clean lane for precision work. Now that the ring is blind, watch how the strike package threads that lane and cuts the 3 nodes that hold the command brain. What turns a legacy MiG-29 into a ghost? Coding, heat discipline, or timing? Start with the skin. A stealth polymer coat smooths edges and soaks up part of the radar pulse, shaving the return so a search set sees a smear, not a jet. Then chill the plume. Infrared dampening routes hot gas and bleeds heat into the flow to cut the bright spike that IR sensors chase. Finally, break the silhouette. Digital camo disrupts auto detection that keys on shape and contrast when operators scan fast under stress.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said before he'll consider peace talks, Russia must meet one condition.
Stop shelling us, stop killing civilians.
It wants to continue to brutalize the Ukrainian people, wants to continue to shell their cities and towns.
In the last 12 months, Russia has killed tens of thousands of Ukrainian men, women, and children.
Uprooted more than 13 million people from their homes, bombed more than 700 hospitals, and yet The spirit of the Ukrainians remains unbroken. If anything, it's stronger than ever.
2 jets alone can't carry the day. But when a drone curtain pulls eyes high and EW pressure fills the bands with junk, radars chase phantoms. Track files multiply. The real threat drops under the noise floor. Method is the edge. The MiGs punch in on the main corridor at altitude to blend with routine traffic routes. Then they step down, notch the beams, and ride ground clutter. Terrain masking and pre-mapped blind cones turn a straight line into a zigzag of cover. Every descent is timed to the sweep, not to the clock. The target logic is simple and ruthless. Cut the 3-node chain. The primary EW hub first to sheer control of jamming and counterjam. The reserve command tier next to rip the fallback voice and data. Then the national data pipeline to choke the brain that fuses feeds and pushes orders. Execution looks like misdirection made lethal. FPV groups rake low sites and antenna farms, forcing operators to stare down and switch modes. The MiGs follow on staggered runs with anti-radiation shots for emitters and precision hits for nodes that carry power and data. Impacts are spaced to ripple outages. Modern SED wins by breaking paths, not smashing every dish. Silence the routers and backups, and the radar forest becomes a set of lonely trees. The effect spreads fast. Power dips. Comms drop. The emergency net lurches and stalls. Response cycles slip a beat, then 2. 4 minutes of quiet inside the data nerve center confirms the math.
A night of terror in a capital under attack. Civilians forced to shelter underground from this waking nightmare. Here with only heavy machine guns in the Sumy region bordering Russia. What's the feeling for you and for your team when you see the drones getting through?
Well, it's not very good.
Reduced detection plus timing beats massed fire. The takeaway isn't bigger bombs. It's faster thinking, cheaper tools, and cold-blooded node choice. Now watch where that mindset goes next. Cheap tools changed the math. A swarm and a timing window turned 2 aging jets into a force that stripped a billion-dollar shield of sight. That's the shift. Speed of thought beats size of arsenal. So choose your upgrade. More missiles, more drones, or better EW, what would you buy first? Comment your choice below. If you want field-grade breakdowns that teach the mindset behind these moves, subscribe now. Modern deterrence favors perception control. Own what the enemy sees and you shape what they can do. Subscribe and join a community that studies how intelligence, precision, and adaptability decide the next fight.